Hi, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the custom extractor. So how does it work? The custom extractors actually allow you to extract from a specific model that you could have. For example, if you want to extract data from receipts or whatever type of document that you would like to retrieve data from, you could actually train your own processor. And from there, you could be able, after training it on the Google Cloud Console, you will be able to send those types of documents to Google, and they will send you back the extracted data from this model. So we're gonna go first on the Google Cloud Console. There we're going to use the project Document AI that we created, and we're going first. We're going first to go on the Document AI menu. So let's click on it. Then you will go to your processor, and we're going to train a new one. So you can actually create on the top of your page, create a custom processor. So let's create one, and we're going to choose a custom extractor. Okay, so I'm going to name it. So it's extractor custom. We're going to choose where it's going to be located. So I'm going to choose European Union. I'm going to create it. It can take a bit of time to create the processor. And over there, you can see that there are different types of information that you can retrieve that will be useful. And you will need actually the ID later. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to train that processor on a specific type of document. So I chose to use the W2 documents. We're going to retrieve a few label, a few types of, a few label from those documents. So first, you go to Google Cloud Console. You go to Google Cloud Storage, and you are going to upload the documents that you want to train your processor on. So I already created a bucket on which I uploaded different types of documents. So you can see here, I'm going to show you later, but here on W2 training, those are the documents I'm going to use in order to train them, and then another bucket on which I uploaded a few documents for testing purposes. So you can create one there. Just to show you, you just continue, go through all the steps, create it, and then you just have to upload the files. It's fairly easy. So let's go back to Document AI, on which we're going to train the processor. So I go back to my processor extractor custom, and we're going to start training it. So the first step is importing the document from the Google Cloud Storage. I'm going to choose here the W2 training, and I'm going to import. Before importing, you will choose the type of how you want the files to be used for. Here is just for training. We're going to training by hand manually, and later we're going to test them. So let's train them. We're going to import. It can take a bit of time. So now that the files are uploaded, you can see. Okay, let's just zoom in a bit. So I'm going to retrieve two information here. I'm going to I'm going to retrieve the employee social security number and the employer identification number. I'm going to create for these labels so that you can add here. So edit schema. So on create label, I'm going to add employee social security security number. You can choose the type of data it is. Here it's not only number, but because you have some dash. So here plain text, and the occurrence is actually required once, or it could actually appear a few times, but no, required once, sorry. So I'm just going to create it, and I'm going to create the second one, and let's create it. So now that my labels have been created, I will be able to, okay, let's just save it here. I will be able to label each of my documents for training. So I've importing three documents, and actually the number of documents needed for training depends on the type of model you are going to train. So for example, if you click on training, I didn't map anything on the documents just to show you. Here you have different requirements for model-based training method or template-based training method. You will be able to find the difference of those two custom model on this grid. So here you can see that we're going to use the template-based one because the layout variation here, the W2 model is just always the same page, and you can actually retrieve the information on exactly the same spot of the document. So the layout variation here is just none. But in some cases, you will need to use a model-based one. But here we're just going to use the template one. The template is fairly easy to train. You just need a few documents. Here is just 3 training documents and 3 training and 3 test documents. So that's what we're going to do. So I imported 3 documents and we're going to label them, and after that we're going to test it. So let's start. So I'm going to now to map the employee social security. I'm going to just select it and define it as social security number. I will do the same for employer identification number. Just going to move that and mark as label. I'm going to do the same for the two other one. So I have labeled the 3 documents. You can see here that my 3 documents have been labeled, and I'm going to import now other documents for tests. So I'm going to browse it, and I'm going to go on the W2 testing. I'm going to select it and use those documents as test. So let's import it. So my documents have been uploaded. I'm going to filter them just by test here, and I'm going to label them. So exactly the same as you did for the training sets. We're going to select it, select the information and label it. Same here. So I have labeled my test documents. I'm now going to click on this button to make this menu appear. I'm going to train this version, and you can see that if I select the template-based method here, I fulfill all the requirements. So I'm going to close it. I'm going to, so the version name, I'm going to select template-based. The version, I'm just going to name it version 1. Yeah, version 1. And I'm going to start the training. So it can take a few minutes for the model to train. I'm just going to pause the video, and I'm going to show you the next steps to be able to use it on Bubble. So now that the first version is trained, we can go under evaluate and test to see how good is the model. So we can see here the F1 score actually corresponds to the accuracy of the model. You can see also the precision here and the recall. So on this model, we can see that the accuracy is quite good. We just have to do one last step on Google Cloud Console to be able to use it on Bubble. So now we're just going to go on manage version, and we're going to define this version as the default one. So let's just click here, and we're going to deploy it. Okay. So it is now deployed, and we're going to define this version as the default version. So set as default, I'm just going to copy the ID, paste it here, and set as default. Okay, so we are all done on Google Cloud Console, and we're going to go in on our demo page. So if we go under custom extractor, we're going to see what is behind extract custom values. Okay, let's just do it. So what we are going to need to use 2 different plugins that are free, just to retrieve some information and to transform the document we're going to process and send to Google Cloud Console. First of all, because the file that we're going to send has to be encoded in base 64. So there is a plugin that I'm going to show you later And also we need to have the MIME type of the file. So what it is actually knowing if the type of document it is, so if it is a PDF, a JPEG or whatever. So the one we are using is actually this one, for the base64. That's the file URL to base64, and for the meme is get meme type. So it's very easy. Just you can go to the demo to the editor, and you will see how it's done. So if I go on edit workflow here, so I first get the meme type, then I'm going to encode the file into base64. And that's the request I'm sending to Google. So the location is actually where your processor is located. So if I go to my processor, I will go on extract custom, extractor custom. Here you can see that the region is EU, so you will have to put EU here. The project ID actually is this one, project ID. Can also retrieve it in the JSON that we downloaded in the authentication step. Then we have the processor ID. Processor ID. So I'm going back to Document AI. Processor. And that's the processor ID. So I'm going to copy it and paste it here. Here it is. So you have everything. Also the skip human review. You can actually go and check out the documentation to see if it's useful for you. And we're going to also send the meme tab that we get in the first step. So you can see here the different meme type that are accepted by Google, and also the image content, which is the encoded base64, the file encoded in base64 that we retrieve from the second step. So here it is. So you're all set for using the custom extractor. I hope this video was useful, and do not hesitate to either leave a comment on this video or just contact me directly on the demo page. You have a crisp chat here, so if you need anything, just let me know. Thank you.